Red days. Nobody wants to talk about them. Nobody wants to talk about when they lose money day trading. Well, a few people do, but I actually enjoy it. It makes me a better person. It makes me sleep better at night. No, it doesn't at all. Today, I hit my maximum loss, my $500 maximum loss. I'm going to talk about what went down and also talk about why it's important to have a maximum loss when you're day trading right here in this video. So make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here, back today with bad news, but also, it's just part of it. I think the more that you basically normalize losing money, I think it's easier, right? Like, it gets easier to the point where you're like, hey, some days we're just gonna lose. Like, we're just gonna lose money. That's part of day trading. Being okay with that is the biggest hurdle, right? Being okay with walking away. Well, I'm down $500. What should I do? Should I keep trading, get back to green, or should I walk away and, come back later and see exactly what went wrong? What could I have done differently? That's what it comes down to, the emotional connection to losing. Nobody wants to lose. There's a reason that we can hold our losers longer than our winners, because at the end of the day, we are stubborn animals. Humans. The emotion behind losing is very simple. All you're holding and hoping and praying when the stock is going down on you, you're just holding it because you're like, I'm going to hold. I'm down big, but I'm going to hold because I think it's going to bounce back, right? Like, you get into that mindset where you believe that no matter what, it's got to bounce back, right? Like, it's going to get back to green, and all I want to do is get out for break even. And I know you guys have done that. I've done it. We've all done it. I did it today. It happens. So going through that emotion, obviously, and then identifying when that emotion is happening is a part of the battle. You can see this morning, if you look here at the 1 minute candles, just kind of chopping around. And it might not look like a big move to the downside or upside or vice versa. But when you're trading futures, a 5-handle move can be a big loss. And that's exactly kind of what happened. I ended up just getting chopped up. I was up on a couple trades. I could have taken profit, $50, $60 here or there. But I kept thinking like, oh, we're going to break the upside here. And that's my big problem right now is, number one, my biggest problem is trying to, anticipate a breakout or a breakdown and trying to be early to that, right? Like, trying to be like, hey, it's going to break the upside. Oh, it's going to break the downside. Going into that, thinking like the market's going to break through this level. Like here, it's going to break through 417.50. It's going to do it. So you end up, just forcing a trade. You end up getting in maybe for the dip. It ends up dipping lower. And what's interesting is this morning we had this trend through this move. And, we're in this range from the 417, 416 back to 417.44 where we started at. So we're pretty much in this range here. And then once we finally got the breakdown here, this is when I hit my max loss. I hit my max loss right here, and then I'm done. I'm done for the day. And the best part is, if you look, this was a pretty good move to the downside. From the 417s all the way down here to 414.50. Basically getting this break of this trend line and then selling all the way down here, or right here. Getting the break of this trend line here and then selling from the 75s down to 55. The big thing for me was just being patient. Waiting for that setup, knowing. The funny part is, when the market opened, I even sat there on the live stream and was like, hey, I'm not trading this chop. I'm not doing it. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe it's going to pop, maybe, and that's exactly when you end up losing money. The maybes, right? Like, you start getting these, like, well, you feel like you need to trade it. You feel like, oh, it's going to pop. Oh, it's going to break to the upside. I'm going to jump in. Oh, it's going on. And then you end up getting chopped up. And you end up getting out for your maximum loss. And that's exactly what I did today. If you're wondering what platform I'm using here for trading futures, it's the IronBeam app. There's a link in the description if you want to learn more. Really cool. You can actually trade on any platform, PC, Mac, on your tablet, on your phone. It's all cloud-based, really simple, really easy right now looking at it. And yeah, it was, a good move after this breakdown. So we had that, push up. We were in this range here. I should have just sat on my hands, waited for a breakdown out of this range, or waited for something that really kind of, stood out as a good move. And well, there's that move from the 75s all the way down here to 50s. So instead of me trying to, wait for a good setup, I was getting chopped up here, and then bam, the market moved lower. And what's even more interesting, if you look at this now, I mean, this is what's really hard about having a maximum loss in general, or just, having the control to get out when you do, or stop trading, is later on today. I mean, look at this. It went from 160 now all the way up there to 185 with just green, green, green. Nice little move from the 160s up there to almost 75. That's a 15 handle move, a $15 move. You're thinking if you're trading 3 contracts, that's around a $200, $300 move in profit there on that one trade. So, that's really something to focus on here, is that I broke the rules. I didn't follow the plan. I got chopped up. I hit my maximum loss. That's good. I hit my maximum loss in terms of, I didn't keep trading. But in general, this is a good example of why it's so important to be patient. Why it's so important to really wait for those good setups, because the good setup came after I basically got chopped up. So I got chopped up, at that point I'm mentally, emotionally, capital-wise, I'm down. I'm in a tizzy there. And I'm not being patient. I'm not waiting for the opportunity. And then later on, well, there's the opportunity. This is the opportunity, right, to the upside. That move to the upside, this is the opportunity to make money. We don't make money when the market's chopping around. We make money when the market's moving in a direction. That's when we make money. And that's, again, I feel like I've made this video before, but why not make it again? Maybe somebody else out there will watch and see, like, hey, obviously it's part of it. We're going to have red days. But then, coming back, identifying, okay, what could I have done differently? What could I have done better? Looking here at the SPY, look at this 15-minute chart. I mean, it was just so beautiful for the break to the upside here. Breaking back above the VWAP, getting stuck there, and that breakout here on the 15-minute chart. I mean, there it goes. 418.07 now. I mean, this is the type of action that we want to be trading, right? Like, we want to be trading this, not trading this. And also look at the volume through this move as well. Selling and then just tapering off, consolidating, and then the breakout to the upside. Obviously in hindsight, it's easy to look at the trade now and be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. It's easy to look at it in that mindset, obviously. But, it's good to identify, like, hey, look, when you do stupid things, you end up getting stopped out, you end up your maximum loss in the day because you made some stupid trades. Well, then, this is a good example of why it's important to not do stupid things, because you're going to end up losing money on the bad setups. You're going to end up walking away, and you're going to miss out on a beautiful move like this. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up missing out on this big move because of what? Because I hit my maximum loss in the day. That's really what it comes down to. I hit my maximum loss, and this is the problem. This is the payment. This is what I'm going to pay now. By hitting my maximum loss, breaking the rules, I'm now paying the price of missing out on a big move like this. And that's exactly what, we're trying to avoid. We're trying to always be better, baby. We're always trying to be better. So there's pretty much, the setup that we are looking for. I mean, this is a beautiful setup. You have a beautiful breakout. You got the 15-minute chart here, just beautiful for this little bull flag there, the breakout, and boom. Textbook. Beautiful setup, reclaiming the VWAP there from the 415s all the way up to 417. Whew. It doesn't get any better than that, my friends. The focus is following the rules. Keep your maximum loss. Don't go on tilt. The worst thing you can do is go and lose more money after you hit your maximum loss. The worst thing that you can do is go and lose more money after already hitting your maximum loss on the day. So there it is, 418.50 on the spot. Oh my gosh, can't believe it. If you guys haven't already, do me one favor, hit that like button, subscribe button. Tune in 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live right here on YouTube. Talk to you guys later on.
Yeah.